Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 5 of my marathon training vlog. If you watched last week's vlog, you know that I was behind on my runs for the week, so I ended up doing my long run for Sunday on Monday. So then I didn't start this week's training until Tuesday, and today's actually Wednesday. I tried to record a little intro yesterday, but my neighbor had his music so loud. It was in my video and I thought it would be okay, but when I listened back to my video, I was afraid I was going to get flagged for some sort of copyright infringement, so I decided to just ditch that video and start again today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dia. I'm a photographer living in San Diego, and I normally do videos on planning and everything planners, but recently I just started this marathon training vlog, hopefully to inspire some of you to get out there and run, and also to hold myself accountable, because making these vlogs is probably the only thing keeping me going with this marathon training right now. So let's go ahead and talk about this week's training. Yesterday I had a recovery day and it was a 25-minute run, but I went ahead and ran 30 minutes because that's usually the minimum I'll run. And today is another recovery run and it's a 40-minute run. I have another full day of shooting on Sunday, so I'm going to have to squeeze everything in, probably postpone my one rest day that I'm taking this week to Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. It's a pretty busy week. We have a photo shoot today out in Fountain Valley, which is going to probably be an hour and a half to a 2-hour drive. I decided let me go ahead and get my run done first thing in the morning. That's what I usually do. If I don't get my run done first thing in the morning, there's just a higher chance I'm going to talk myself out of it later on in the day. And last week, that's kind of what I struggled with. I had so much going on that I wasn't able to run first thing in the morning a lot of times. So waiting until later in the day, I would sit there and debate, and I almost didn't do my run a couple times, but I managed to get it all in. It is 6 o'clock in the morning right now. I knew my run was a little bit longer today, so I made sure I got up on time. I usually get up at 4:30. Lately, I've been getting up at 5, and I really want to start getting up at 4 again. I think one of the reasons I like to get up so early in the morning and get my run done is because I like to get out there before all the traffic starts, before people are going to work, before people are dropping their kids off at school. And I think it actually became a habit of mine back when I was taking my kids to school, because my goal was to get my workout done before I had to get the kids up and ready to get out the door. So I used to get up pretty early back then too. My kids are all grown up and out of the house now, except for my 20-year-old daughter who moved back home. But that was always a motivator for me, getting my run done before I had to take them to school and my day got away from me. I have my little flip belt here to keep my phone in and my gate key, because this early in the morning, the gate to the apartment complex is usually locked. And one time I had to squeeze through the little gate because I couldn't remember what the code was to get in. So I have my flip belt with me for my phone and my key. I also wanted to mention that because I live in San Diego, there's a lot of moisture here. So I always have to wear some sort of headband to help absorb the sweat. And again, because of the humidity, I usually have to do some sort of ponytail or braid. Otherwise, this would be a big furry mess by the end of my run. And I mentioned in another video that I need to get new shoes. The last time I went to the Nike store, they were out of this shoe. This is the only shoe that I run with. It's the Nike Free Flyknit, and it's the 2018 version, and it's my favorite running shoe. Before I head out for this run, I thought I would go ahead and share with you guys what I'm eating this week. For breakfast, I saw that somebody had eggs, bacon, and a bagel, and it sounded really good, but I don't know what it is about eggs. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them. This happens to be a week where I just can't stomach even the thought of an egg. So what I decided to do was have 2 slices of turkey bacon, a thin bagel with cream cheese, and then one of my chocolate protein shakes. The only issue I had with that was that on Monday I had the entire shake and it was just way too much for me. Lunchtime came around and I still wasn't even hungry. I decided to have half a shake and my daughter is having the other half. That was perfect. I did that yesterday with a half a shake and I was hungry by lunchtime, perfect timing, and it worked out well. So I'm gonna keep doing that for the rest of the week. For lunch, we intended to have salmon bowls, but I forgot to get avocado and our salmon bowls are looking pretty sad, but they're still delicious. I air fried some salmon with a little bit of teriyaki sauce on it white rice, and then just some edamame. And of course, some sriracha mayo on there and mix it up. And it's the most delicious lunch, even though it looks boring and barely has anything in it. And for dinner, we're having pork chops and butternut squash. But yesterday I ran out of butternut squash because we got the pre-cut ones from Trader Joe's and it was so delicious, but we ran out of it. So I gave my daughter the rest of the butternut squash, and then I had some red potatoes on the side, and we had 2 thin pork chops with some shake and bake on them. I know shake and bake's not good for you, but it's like a childhood thing for me and I could eat that all day. So that's what we had for dinner this week. I need to get out the door and get this run done. I don't think I'm gonna see a sunrise this morning. It's been cloudy again lately, which is good because then it doesn't get too hot. Okay, hopefully I'll see you guys after the run. Hey guys, okay, back from my run and all showered and cleaned up and ready for my day. I just wanted to let you guys know, for those who haven't been following me from the beginning of this journey, that I decided to use the Nike Run app, their 18-week marathon training program, because I just didn't want to invest in any sort of training program right now. And I've always used Nike to track my runs in the past, so I thought I would give theirs a try. And I love it. It's mainly coached by Coach Bennett, and he's funny, and the positive things he talks about throughout the run are inspiring and motivating and actually keep me going a lot of the times. And today's run was a 40-minute run. I ended up running 4.41 miles at a 9:31 pace, and I did it in 42 minutes. But on today's run, Andy from Headspace was on there talking with Coach Bennett, and they talked a lot about goal setting and having to alter your goals or your plans and deciding whether you need to abandon a goal or maybe just make some changes to it. And it was just really good and really motivating. So I really enjoyed that today. And then I also wanted to say that I love timed runs. Like I said, today's was a 40-minute run. And that's part of what I enjoyed about 75 Hard a lot, was that you had to work out 2 times a day for 45 minutes. So there's kind of no cutting corners. And what I have the habit of doing is when I go out for a run, I'll usually do 3 miles. And if I'm feeling like I have a busy day coming up, I'll end up running too fast and burning out faster throughout the week because I just want to hurry up and get the run done. So when you have something like a 40-minute run, it really helps me to just back off and enjoy the 40 minutes and not know that, okay, if I just go faster, I can get this 3 miles over with. And when I'm running these timed runs, I don't look at my pace at all. I try to really pay attention to what my body's saying and just run a really relaxed pace. That's one benefit of timed runs, that you're going to be running that amount of time no matter what. So just kind of take it easy and enjoy that time. That's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Thursday and I just finished my speed run. Fall has come here in San Diego. It was super hot one day and then yesterday it just cooled down. We have a lot of cloud coverage. I ended up not going to the photo shoot with my husband, and neither did my daughter. We both ended up staying home and getting a lot of editing done while he went and did the shoot on his own. That's about all I did. My life during editing season is basically sitting in front of a computer and editing, which I absolutely love doing. I love photographing high school athletes. They're just so much fun. And I love editing the pictures because I get to relive watching them have fun at this time in their life. So that's what I did all day yesterday. I did take a break to peel my bananas and clean the kitchen and vacuum a little, but other than that, I sat in front of the computer working all day. Today's run is done. More editing today. Might go get some shoes today before another photo shoot. My speed run today, it was different. It was a speed run with a tempo run in the middle of it, and I'm really tired because I haven't taken a day off, but I feel like I did pretty good. I ended up running 3.67 miles at an average 9-mile pace because for 2 minutes we would run at our 5K pace, and then we would recover for a minute, and then there was a 10-minute tempo run, and then we went back to the speed runs after at 5K pace, and then it was a slow down, and then I had to run home uphill. Tomorrow's a 45-minute recovery run, easy pace. That'll be fun. I can't wait to have breakfast this morning. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello again. Good morning. It is Sunday now. I didn't end up recording yesterday, but I did go for a 45-minute recovery run. My husband and my daughter came with me at the start, so that was exciting. Both of them are running again, but we ran different distances. So we just ran together in the beginning, and then I went a little bit further than them. But it was exciting to have them at the start with me. I'm going to go ahead and do my long run today because I have 2 photo shoots tomorrow, and I just can't imagine trying to squeeze in 8 miles at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday I didn't end up recording because, as I mentioned, we have a lot of huge life decisions going on right now, and we are going to be moving. So we were making some final decisions, and we made the biggest one, which is we want to try to move by the end of this month or at the latest next month. And we have a lot of work going on. So there's just a lot going on right now. I'm going to do this 8-mile run. My daughter and I are actually going to go to the store, get some boxes so we can start packing because I'm really excited about this move, and I'll tell you guys more about it in another video. But for the long run today, I just wanted to share with you guys my running vest and oh my gosh, my shoes. I didn't realize how bad they were. And I noticed that on my longer runs, the balls of my feet were kind of starting to hurt a little. And I felt like I was running on a cloud yesterday with these. So I'm so glad I got a new pair of shoes. I was only able to grab 1 pair. That's all they had in my size. I usually will buy 2 new ones at the same time. I realize these aren't really for long distance running, but they're my favorite shoe. They don't give me shin splints, and I feel like I'm wearing socks with these, so that's what I run in. I know a lot of people usually need more cushion and support than that, and let me show you. This is my Lululemon vest. When I went to go get it, they had the older vest still, but I ended up going with the new one. There's a few things that I wish this vest had that the old one had, like the straps that this hooks into are thick, and on the older one it was a thin one, so it was really easy to latch the clip on. This one you kind of have to really make sure it's on there, otherwise it'll slip off. But I think as it softens with time, I'm sure it'll get easier. And then I had seen a video where a girl said she didn't care for these because they just kind of hang there, but they have these things. Where are they? Like this one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyway, they have these extra little hook things where you can pin these inside of them so that they're not flopping around. I only wear this vest on my long runs, and it's so that I can have my key and my phone mainly, and so that I can bring my GoPro with me. It's 66 degrees right now, and it's kind of cool, so I'm not going to bring any water or anything. I don't really need water on anything below probably 10 miles. And in honor of the fact that we're moving, I'm going to go ahead and run to the beach today, I think, because that is the one thing I'm going to miss about this place, is living so close to the beach and the cooler weather where I can run at any time of day. I'm quite spoiled with that. I do miss sunlight. We haven't gotten much sunlight this year, and I also don't love how much it costs to live here. Okay, there, all hooked in. So this is what this looks like. And it has a pouch in the back that you can put a water bladder. You can fit a water bladder in here. I put my phone here, and then I have my GoPro in this one, and then I tuck my key into another pocket. The vest is really comfortable. One of the reasons I chose this one over the older one is because the other one, I felt like this was a little bit wider, and I could feel it rubbing right here. And you know, anything after probably 6 miles, if it irritates you a tiny bit while you're just wearing it standing there, it's gonna destroy you after 6 miles or more. Also, I had the phone in the other one, and when I go like this, I could feel my arm rub up against the phone, and I don't feel that in this one. So I had one successful run in this. It was a 7-mile run. This is gonna be an 8-mile run, and hopefully I'll be able to record a little. I'm a little bit nervous just because I haven't run that long in a while, and usually when I run that long, my husband comes with me, so I have somebody to talk to, and this time I'll be going alone, and I think the hardest part is going to be that I have to run back uphill to come home, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go for my run, and I will talk to you guys again after. 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles. 5
5 miles, guys. Feel good. Glad I ran to the beach. 7 miles uphill. Still have the rest of the hill for the last mile. 8 miles done. I feel good. Downhill and then uphill, and it's kind of misty, drizzling a little, so it feels good. Long run done.
All done with my 8-mile run. It went really well. I ended up running to the beach. I wasn't going to, just because, I don't know, I felt a little bit nervous because I haven't ran to the beach from where I'm living right now without my husband. So it was just a little bit more intimidating, but I went ahead and did it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a gorgeous view. It's kind of an overcast day, and it was a little bit drizzly, so it kept me cool. That's one thing I'm gonna miss about San Diego. I am so spoiled with this weather. I can run basically at any time of day and not get too hot. But I'm really happy that I ran to the beach and got to see it this morning, because that is one of my happy places. The other reason I was a little bit nervous about running to the beach was that I had to run uphill on the way home, and just those two things kind of scared me. And I know that if something scares me, it's usually the direction that I should go, because it scares me and it will build me if I do it. So I'm glad I conquered that fear, and I went ahead and ran to the beach and enjoyed every minute of it. And before I ran, I was a little bit hungry, so I got these little Cliff Minis, and I probably ate it like 15 minutes before my run. I probably should have had it about a half hour before my run, because I felt a little indigestion. But I really liked this before my run. It gave me just the right amount of energy. And then I wanted to show you guys my food log and my running log. So this is my Hobonichi weeks. In the monthly pages, I'm keeping track of what my run was, whether it was a speed run, recovery run, and how far I ran. And then in my weekly pages, I'm keeping track of my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then my snacks. And then over here, I kind of write about how the food made me feel for the day. And then in the back here, I've been keeping notes on my computer about my runs, distance, paces, how I felt on my run. And I'm gonna go ahead and transfer all that information into here too, so that I have this as my running log, and all the information that pertains to my runs will be in here, so that I can refer back to them when I'm running my next marathon, or just when I want to remember what I did to train for my marathon. So I just wanted to share that with you guys too. And I post pictures of it on my Instagram account if you want to go check them out. Let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see. If you have any questions about running, gear, food, what would you guys like to see? If you want to see anything, my 100 viewers. So I appreciate you guys, and you help hold me accountable. So thank you. And if you liked this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.